how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. I had a guest scheduled for tonight, but he had family issues to deal with, so we scrambled. And sometimes these scrambled improvised streams turn out to be really good. So we got Justin K. Sweet, aka Agent Zero, the mastermind behind Chrome Dog, and then we also have the Don. Don, you can turn on your screen.
Hello. How we doing today?
Good.
Did I turn my screen off? Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean,
turn on. Okay.
There you go.
Hey.
And
It's
for
me.
those of you who are watching, the first comment in the comments is the link to join the screen. I reserve the right to not bring you on, but
Yeah.
I figure we'll see what happens. So what's going on, Justin? It seems like I was just talking to you a couple of days ago.
Yeah. How? Like, why?
Yeah, what were we doing? What were
I
we
don't
doing?
know. Were you on Pre-Kings? I don't think
Yes,
you were.
that's it.
Were you?
We were
Okay.
on pre-Kings. Yes.
Yeah, that's my haunt. I mean, that's generally what I do, especially on Mondays. Like, I can't wait to get done with work so I can just like come home and get on Pre-Kings and kick it. So
Matt always invites me, and I have a game night that I play every Monday, and I'm just so grateful to have a regular group that commits. So if they don't show up or something happens, then I go on Pre-Kings. But it's just great to have a group of people consistently come over, play games, and we get a pizza. It's a lot of fun. So that's why I don't stream on Mondays and Thursdays. I have one group on Mondays and I have another group on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So Don, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while.
Aside from freezing my what's off and having crappy internet, that's pretty much it. Thank God for Confiscate. You guys came through for me. Inundated me with all kind of commissions, so I'm really up to my neck balls and commissions.
Oh, that's
having
right.
fun doing it.
Your heater blew up, right?
No, it didn't blow up. Just decided it ain't gonna work no more.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Right in the middle.
As they say over in the UK, it went tits up on me. So
right.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it was my pleasure to spread the word and keep it going, make the rounds for you so people can.
Yeah, the CG family they hopped on board. They got me situated. Of course, the HVAC guy still has yet to come out because apparently this cold snap got everybody in the region with the pants down, and all kind of heaters ain't working, and just a lot of serviceability. And I got the misfortune to live in one of those what you call BFEs,
Nice.
In the middle of nowhere.
Bum F Egypt.
Yeah, man, I'm keeping. Oh, I like that. Is that the one you've been showing a picture of?
It's the beer glass.
This is my beer prank. Believe it or not, all of a sudden they started selling.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Well, it's a good product.
I love
and
these.
People already excited for your comic, dude.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
just from that cover. Just from the cover. I'm excited.
Sorry? Oh, just from the cover.
Just from the cover that you posted, yeah, dude.
It's Renzo Rodriguez. What a talent!
Yeah.
These glasses. I'll talk about two things, but that you made me think of. But it's funny because I debuted these glasses like a week ago, and the only people who bought them were like friends of mine in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people online, I was like, "Sorry guys, it cost me $7.50 to make a glass, so I'm charging $10, and then I got to charge you for postage and handling." So it's $20. People are like, that's too cheap. That's too cheap. And then after an hour of people saying that's too cheap, I go, well, none of you are buying them.
Right?
It's so cheap, nobody's buying them. But then all of a sudden, like about 2 days ago, people started buying them. So whatever. I guess they saw Renzo's artwork and they're like, all right. So that's the other thing. Are your moods affected by the weather?
I don't know if it's the weather outside. I mean, to me, it's the winds that are
which is frightful
in the indie comic space, but that's just me.
Oh,
but
what affects me more than the weather is this friggin' daylight savings time crap. I hate it. This getting dark early, it screws up my circadian rhythm. I'm miserable all the time. Just want to bite somebody's head.
So being freezing cold and raining for it seems like for the past 2 weeks it's been raining. I'm sure I just woke up today like sad. Like I'm normally a happy guy. I'm normally pretty cheery. I'm not at work that everybody wants to talk to because I'm pretty cheery. No matter what we do, we'll be in a pit up to our knees in water and mud, and I'm like, hey. But today I was just down. And then at coffee, I talked to Renzo, my artist, and it's the life of a professional artist. Nothing's secure. So he's like, "Are we going to go with issue 2? Or are we going to keep?" I said, "Renzo, I got 9 scripts all ready to go and about 12 outlines ready to go." But
wow,
very cool.
But
I better hurry up and catch up. Jeez.
I said, Renzo, but
right?
It all depends on whether or not issue 1. All I want to do is make my money back. Because I can't afford to lay out money.
Dude, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
I don't think you got nothing to worry about.
Because I have a job already. I got my medical benefits. I got my 401k. I got a pension. So I want to do this for fun. Making money, yes. Don't get me wrong. But my main concern is to pay Renzo and pay my colorist, to pay my all my guys. I got about 4 guys working with me. I want to pay them.
You gotta pay.
And then I want to be able to pay the next issue. You understand? So I said, Renzo, I will give you, as soon as you're done with the script, I will give you another script. You're
the reason I can't hire Renzo, because you're going to keep him employed, and I got to find somebody else.
That's the goal.
Thank you. Thank you,
Justin. I'll draw something for you, man. It's okay. You can come to me, bro.
Oh, no. I mean, you got your own book to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
No, screw that. I want to work for somebody and only get 40%. Somebody give me a back end deal. I just want 40%. That's all.
Oh, man,
you know what? I'll go even lower, just 35% of a back end deal. You pay me sometime in 2028. I'll be a sucker. It's all good, man. Let's just keep that.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger.
Right? No, hey, I mean, in all seriousness,
and here you go. This is Don's comic, Omega Mission. God's Eye.
Yes, we cracked $1,000 the other day. Hail! So we are not quite halfway there. I'm my campaign's a grower, not a shower.
Well, it's still active. How much longer you got?
We extended it to the 29th of March, and if it doesn't do it, screw it. We'll extend it again, because I'm an extended guy.
But I mean, hopefully, you can get out there and.
Well, to get there, we'll see. Now I might have to, because I'm signed on to a couple more projects. I got all these commissions I'm doing to help. These people, they gave me this money. Well, I didn't ask for a handout. I hate getting handouts. I like to work for my money. So I got a ton of commissions, dude. I am so thankful. I'm going to be busy well into March just getting these commissions filled out.
That's good.
And so it's going to be, and I'm putting more than 100% in every one of these commissions.
I might commission you to like make a card or something like that for my comic. Send me a DM to remind me.
Is it going to be for Heroic Tales? Heroic Tales?
Yeah.
One of those characters?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe not this issue, but like I said, I got 9 scripts down the road, and I already sent out. I asked somebody to draw a character sketch for a character that probably won't show up until issue 5, but I'm starting to get enthusiastic and happy. That was the moral of my story. I was saying, Renzo, we talked at lunchtime today, and he put me back on a good mood, excited, happy.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So good. So
very good. Yes.
Like Ren and Stimpy with the happy, joy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And because if Heroic Tales does well enough, I got 2 other comics I want to do too. So I'm going to be looking for other artists, other colorists. You know what I mean? Because I want Renzo to be my superhero guy, and I got a mythological story. I got a Western story. I got a lot of stories. Something I've always wanted to do. And ever since I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to write the Fantastic Four. Well,
now
I want to have nothing to do with that. So now I'll write my own stuff.
The Fabulous Five.
Through the grapevine, they're supposed to be finalizing the cast for that going to be atrocious movie, probably. They already got me worried with what's his name. The Mandalorian's going to be Reed Richards, which I could care less about. It's just bad casting. Bad casting.
Not interested.
Don't see it.
I saw on RJ. Speaking of RJ will be over here at 8:30. So we got like a hard limit tonight. 8:30 we do comic book team up on Wednesday nights, and RJ's channel talked about the Fantastic Four movie. They doubled down on their commitment to diversity and blah blah blah. But so I'm not at this point, I feel like a battered wife. Like, it'll be
Friggin'
good the
diversity.
next time. There's never been a good Fantastic Four movie, and there never will.
They got a rock guy. How much more diversity do they need? They got a guy made out of rocks. Come on.
I don't know.
Guy that turns into fire.
Right.
You got a hot blonde and a nerd that gets the hot blonde. That's about as diverse and fictional as it gets.
Okay, so Christopher Bouchard, good question. He says, I hope you don't mind me hijacking this.
Oh, good.
He says,
How
Justin, where can I find out about Chrome Dog? Well, you can find out about it right here with me. If I could share a screen.
Share.
Sir.
Send me the link in the private chat, and I'll put it up on the regular chat if you can too.
Then let's do that then. That way you can have it. But yeah, so
Christopher, here's what I can tell you about Chrome Dog. I had a PDF preview, and it is the balls. It is the balls.
Yeah, I made a video about it.
If you don't get this book, you're gonna feel stupid.
Yeah, but that initial look though, you were grilling me. You were raking me over the coals, which is fine. I take criticism. And
I'm your friend. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. No,
I like this comment. We already got a great Fantastic. The Incredibles. Yes, The Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie. Just like Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie.
That I still haven't.
I've never heard that, but yeah, I can take it.
I need to watch the Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest is one of the few movies I could watch over and over again.
I heard they were going to reboot that into a TV series.
I mean, why do that? They have the Orville now. So
why not? They're rebooting everything from Roadhouse to God knows what else.
That's like I forget the joke, but there's a joke like, oh, they're making your favorite IP into a movie. And you're like, oh, great, but it's 2023. I'm at the point where I don't want to say defeated, because defeated means I would care. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm at the point where, this movie, like Godzilla -1, I wasn't good. I'm not interested. And then everybody started telling me how good it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going to get my hopes up,
It's like the new Aquaman movie that came out.
Yeah,
I watched it.
I got it, but I can't watch it, man. I
didn't watch
it. And I was like, why do I want to injure myself that way?
I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's decent. It's okay. I will tell you this. Did you watch Black Adam?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's better than Black Adam. I can tell you that. Okay. And it's almost as good as the original Aquaman movie. So it's not terrible. It would have been better had there not been so much controversy surrounding a certain actress that was in the movie. Because when you have someone that goes through that kind of stuff in the real world, it just kind of poisons the well for you. It's the same with Rachel Zegler when I went to see the new Hunger Games movie. It's like I see how insufferable she can be both on the red carpet and also
just a little bit
social media.
Insufferable,
but
just a teeny bit.
Right, but I mean, it's just enough to where it takes me out of the story because I think about that stuff. But anyway, I digress.
Yes, I'll check it out.
I stopped seeing DC movies after The Man of Steel. The Man of Steel fundamentally got Superman wrong, and Superman is the foundation of DC. So
you didn't like Man of Steel? Come on.
No, that wasn't Superman.
I didn't either.
I don't know who that character was. That was like the origin of the Homelander or something.
I like the flying sequences. That was pretty cool.
It looked great. I liked
about it.
Cavell, but
like when Superman dude was like wrestling with Zod, that whole thing was just like so stupid.
I didn't like
unnecessary.
I didn't see Wonder Woman because a bunch of my friends were all going to go, and I didn't want to be the stick in the mud. Which turned out to be excellent. I did like Wonder Woman.
The first Wonder Woman was good. Really good.
Yeah.
The last one, not so good.
The only bad thing about the first Wonder Woman was the CGI fight at the end. Was kind of bad. But other than that, I thought it was.
Oh, when she was fighting the God of War? Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, the CGI.
I'll give it that. Yeah.
But Wonder Woman was really good. I enjoyed it.
It's actually really good casting, too.
Yeah.
On her part.
Yeah, I think so.
Even though when I first saw her, I was like, "Ain't that the chick from Fast and Furious? She has like no boobs." You know.
Oh, what's the name of
How's she gonna fill the bustier, man? Come on.
I forget.
And
who
then somehow through the magic of
Linda
CGI,
Carter would have been a good Wonder Woman.
yeah,
Oh
I'd
my
be a
God.
terrible casting director. Terrible.
Oh man.
I'm like,
Well, talk about
crappy
someone
shit.
who's insufferable though is some of these people have just stuck around too long, but Linda Carter, man, on social media, it's like, man, just
Elizabeth Hurley.
let's
Just
just
knock it
stay
off.
let's just stay back in the 70s and 80s, please.
What Linda Carter was like unearthly beautiful, you know.
Mhm.
Oh God, yes.
I this was like 1991, and I was working in Manhattan, and I was in the Trade Center under one of the buildings, an ATM there. There was like a little mall, and I'm at this ATM, and this person in front of me. You ever waiting for the ATM, and the person in front of you is just like hitting cancel, restarting, and hitting cancel, restart, and you just like, come on, get your freaking money already. Yeah,
I was that guy.
Yeah,
All right.
Tom was in front of me, and I'm losing my shit. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like rubbing my forehead. And I just turn around to complain to the person behind me, like, can you get a load of it? And it's Linda Carter.
Shut up.
And I just go, oh my God. You're Linda Carter. She goes, yes. I couldn't get mad anymore. She was just so beautiful. She radiated beauty. So I was just like, I don't mind. I'm standing in line with Linda Carter. There's worse things in the world, let this.
Yeah.
And and then I got my, and that kept me happy for like a month. So
There's good drugs right there.
Not wrong.
And I got my Chrome Dog. I did a video.
And thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah,
and I know you were so self-conscious about it. I'm like, dude, it rocks. Like anybody talking about it, you say what you want. Like I don't care.
I don't know. The past 2 weeks, I think it's just the weather. I come home from work and I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do anything, So I'm making videos, and I just feel like I'm not doing the quality that the comics deserve. Like yesterday, I did Dead Crew, and I can't even watch it. I usually watch the videos, make sure I don't say anything too stupid. I'm off, but other people
do that too.
I guess we're our own worst critics, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I had I almost said camera. Had a microphone that was supposed to be delivered today, so I can start actually like taking this YouTube stuff seriously. And I'm thinking about, I've got my long boxes, and they're all, some of it's seemingly random, so I'm just gonna go from beginning to the end, and I'm gonna put in some books that are not so good with some that I really really like, and just go over them and make videos out of them.
Oh, like I'm doing with my cataloging. I don't know if you've seen that. I'm pulling out my long boxes. I'm scanning all my comics because my database died. So I scan them, and then I just make a video. For two reasons. A couple of people have asked to see them, and then I think it's also just a good record for insurance.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, no, I mean, for me,
I need a YouTube channel, Long Box versus Long Box, John versus Justin.
Hey, I mean, he's got me in spades. So like, I'm over here with this.
He's got a lot of people.
This little folding pocket knife, and he's got an arsenal full of claymores and freaking,
John has entire publishing companies.
So, I mean, there's no competition. So he actually literally has a hand and a half sword. Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Can you name where this is from?
I'm gonna say
Lord of the Rings.
No, it's one of the King Arthur movies.
Voldemort, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica.
Called like First Night or something. Had Richard Gere.
One of them.
No, it's Excalibur. The Richard. What's his name? Why can't I think of the director now? John Borman.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was Sean Connery, right?
I'm pretty sure my nerd card fell out somewhere. I have to go pick it up.
I'm trying to think. Well, Patrick Stewart was in it. Liam Neeson was in it. Gabriel Byrne was in it, but they weren't the stars. They were all like the knights. I can't remember the main characters, but the John Borman Excalibur movie. Oh my God! Helen Mirren was Morgana Le Fay. Oh, I love that movie.
Helen Mirren, yes.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Speaking of reboots, oh my gosh, you just kind of, I had a flash to Highlander. Like what?
Flash.
Allegedly, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do another Highlander movie, or like a reboot of it, or
with Henry Cavill's supposed to be in it. I think.
But the question,
Oh,
the
really?
thing is Henry
Yeah,
Cavill going
yeah.
to play Duncan McLeod, or is he going to play Connor McLeod, or is he
He's
going
going
to
to play
play a
the
different McLeod?
Highlander that they hire him to play. Yes, exactly.
I don't know. You know, I never watched the Highlander. I never watched the Battlestar Galactica reboot.
You never saw
What? That's
Highlander?
good. That's a good one.
Or
I
you
saw
never?
the first Highlander movie. You know, where,
Yeah.
where Sean Connery was dressed as like a Spanish
Yeah.
pop.
It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Well, that's
But I never watched the show.
okay. I mean, it was.
I
It
never
was
watched the
definitely.
show. I saw the
It was
movie.
an instant. It was an instant cult classic. That's for
Yeah.
sure. A lot of people
Yeah.
really.
There
What's
can only
funny
be
is,
one.
in my day job, we sell consumer electronics, but then we've also picked up. Oh my gosh, we got someone
Said
coming in
nerd,
the chat
July.
stirring up some drama
Yeah.
already.
Somebody's coming in and throwing a grenade. Boom!
Boom!
Eric
Here
July's
comes the
coming back on my
boom!
channel.
Hashtag Generic July. Love it.
But yeah, no, seriously though. So we started carrying gaming stuff. So we've got like card games and things like that in our showroom. And every Thursday night, Thursdays are no good for me either because we have a game night in our store. And
You run a
so
store?
yeah, that's my day job.
What
yeah.
kind of store?
So it's a consumer electronics store. So we sell we actually sell mechanical keyboards like
Oh,
this wonderful flashy. If I can get it to show up here, it's hard to see because it's too bright.
There's not enough RGB. Come
There you
on,
go.
man.
No, it's single. This is old school, man. It's single color LEDs, bro. Yellow LEDs at that. But anyway, I digress. But so we've diversified into tabletop role playing games, tabletop miniatures. So we carry Games Workshop products too, and so every Thursday night we have game night, and we recently were able to pick up a lot of old stock from the 90s card games. So we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the card game. We got the Highlander card game. And that's why I'm thinking about it. Like they did a Highlander card game that's based on the movies, and then they pushed into the TV show. So we've got all those cards, and I can't wait to crack some up. We've even got a Austin Powers card game. They did The Spy Who Shagged Me. I want to crack that one open too. So I mean,
do you sell stereo equipment there too?
No. When I say consumer electronics, typically it's like computer stuff, but it's primarily it's mechanical keyboards for computers. So
yeah, I got to get a new keyboard.
I try to keep it somewhat generic. That way people can't necessarily like connect the dots as to exactly where I exist in this world.
Little Logitech, little
Don't
tiny
want to
Logitech.
dox myself. Yeah,
that's it.
Not good old if it's a scissor switch or a membrane, but nice try.
I just need something to do Control Z, man. That's it. Send an email to. It's all good.
Yep. And then those.
I ain't got to do all the WASD crap, like
Well, no, but
real
those
nerds
keys start to go out, and then you gotta hunt
I'm
for
only
another
a part-time
one.
nerd.
It's kind of but yeah, that's yeah. We've been playing Dice Masters, man. Last week was probably the best, or not last week. Sorry, last week we were snowed in. The week before that, it was probably like the most. It had like the highest energy game. Let's see, Christopher Bouchard.
How many pages is Chrome Dog? Yeah, not enough. It needs to be
30,
more.
It's 32 from cover to cover, man. There's no ads except for the inside back cover.
I'm looking over here. Oh, you said you were playing Dice Masters. Dice Masters was based on Quarriors.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah. I got to empty some ice out of my fancy smancy ice maker. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got Quarriors. I love it, but I won't get into Dice Masters because it's just another rabbit hole.
Well,
like I like that Quarriors. That's everything for Quarriors in one box. I bought it. I'm done. I don't have to collect anything.
We actually managed to pick up the 3. I guess it's probably you have the Quultimate edition.
Yeah,
we have the individual things in there, and so like I'm looking forward to be able to crack that open at some point. But in the meantime, I'm like the Dice Masters is fun for me just because DC, with I really like the DC characters.
Yeah,
and of course they don't have the license for DC anymore. The game's been on life support for a while. It almost died, but they're trying to bring it back, but they're taking forever to release the House of X expansion. I don't know.
Do you ever play Marvel United?
No. I do remember the Kickstarter, and I remember seeing it at Walmart and stuff. And I mean, we can get it in. I mean, no one's asking for it.
It is by far my favorite Marvel game.
Yeah, we play Marvel Champions, the card game.
Yeah.
It's a co-op card game. That's definitely one that we enjoy playing.
Marvel United. I bought the mat. I just love it. I'll set it up. It's one of the few games I'll play solo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever play Final Girl?
Final Girl?
Yeah, it's a solo only board game, and oh my god, is it fun! I'm gonna play it and record myself playing it one of these days. It is a blast. But the premise is you're the last girl left in a horror movie.
Okay.
Oh, here you go.
Oh wow! Thank you.
Thank you. I wish I had some sort of crazy sound effect.
Well, like the bird, like flipping the bird.
I wouldn't flip him the bird. He just backed. Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, so I'm sorry, you're not read into. So in Nerd Bacon, anytime someone backs a book or whatever, there's Luke has this little video that he plays of a bird that dances. It's a bird dance, and so he calls him flipping the bird.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I think I will set it up now that I'm talking myself into it. I'll, like a Friday night when I normally don't stream, and I'll just play. I'll set it up.
But yeah, I physically have these books. So I mean, not only thanks for buying a book. I mean, that's basically what you did. It's not really backing at this point. We're I'm being told that fulfillment is being is imminently complete. So it'll be done this week. And so
the Arrow bundles are coming out.
They should be shipping out. They should have shipped out today or tomorrow. It's all in Luke's hands at the moment.
I got these bolts from Fun My Comic. I didn't read these yet, but these look awesome.
Bolt? I need to check that out.
Yeah, Bolt action. It's the same guy who did Dead Crew. It is so good. Just
Dead Crew.
They're trying to make like a heavy metal competitor.
Yeah.
It's like
what's that other one? Flip City or something?
I got Wrath of God. I'm putting all of my crowdfundings up on top. This just came yesterday.
Uh-oh. Hey, they let anyone in the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's his name? Matt. He is the undisputed master dancer of
Matt Barr
of comics.
Not even.
I got everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Alpha Corp.
Is it signed? Am I looking at signatures? What is that?
No, it's just energy all over.
Generic July.
Say what you want, but this is Chuck.
No, you said it. You said it. Generic July. Oh my gosh. Is that a thing now?
Somebody put it up in the chat. I'm going with that.
Yeah, no, I saw it. No, I'm with you, man. Like, what the heck?
Did you guys read Dead Crew? Oh my god, that was so good.
I never heard of it. Crew? That's cool.
Tim Taylor. I just did a video of it yesterday. It's Tim Taylor. The story is a little rough, and I said it in the video, and he actually commented on my video. He's like, "Dude, I'm not a writer," but he was cool about it. I like to have him on my channel, but the art was so good. Like, do you like Mike Plug and Frank Thorne? It's like if Frank Plug and Frank Thorne was colored by Tatiana Wood. It is just awesome. Monster Comics, Dead Crew. I can't recommend it enough.
I checked out that
the link is in this. You want to come in, Matt? The link is in the comments. Just click
What's
on
that
it.
One? The Ghost Machine. I checked that out today. Don't waste your time.
The Ghost.
Now, when you say Ghost Machine, I mean that's just a collective of
it's
creators.
It's like an anthology, right? Well, first of all, they pimped this thing. It's supposed they act like it was going to be this revolution in comics, like the Next Image comic. Turns out they're just being published through Image Comics.
With the revolutionary in comics.
But that's the thing, okay? And I'll say this again. Like, I'm going to pluck this string because it's not untrue. Image has become the vanity press of comics creation. It really has. As long as you have the money and as long as you have the creative team and you approach them, they will publish you. It doesn't matter what you're putting out.
Believe
Here you go.
Said that.
It's true. It is absolutely true.
I know it's true.
I mean, you don't have to go to them and like and hat in hand and sit there, and be like, oh please sir, will you publish my book? It's like, hey, you got the money and you got the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll print your book.
But I mean,
It's
this
and
whole thing, it's supposed to be 60. It is 60 pages, right? But I wouldn't call it a comic. It's basically one long advertisement for all the number ones they got coming out in April. There's
yeah.
absolutely nothing in the thing that got me excited anyway. Now, don't get me wrong, the art's fantastic, all right? But you just know the kind of caliber art they're putting out on this thing, they're either going to burn out or they're going to need fill-ins by the 5th issue.
Yeah.
And nothing
Well,
will
I mean,
detract me from being a fan of a comic more than that. I like
so
consistency in my creators. You know what I mean?
so let me
Just,
so speaking
you
of
know, it's
consistent and quality creators, John, have you had a chance to read any of those future comics that I sent you, like the Free Mind? Did you read
No,
them?
you
no,
sent some from
no.
the future?
Yeah,
It's called
you
Future
got your
Comics.
time machine.
It was a
You
group.
sent me Chrome Dog 16.
Well,
I
that's
already
terrible.
gosh.
I haven't even got 13 or 14 yet. Come on.
So
Don, just so you know, I already read the 10th issue of your comic. It gets
Did I
good.
do okay? Did I do okay?
did
I
I
was
do
worried.
okay?
Sorry that
It was-
I can't believe you killed all your characters.
Well, it happens.
I'm
I
still.
tell you.
Please, Don,
You're
you
gonna
have
do
to,
it
you have to
back. You're gonna
explain.
do a multiverse and bring all your characters
Don,
back.
Yeah.
you have to explain to me in issue number 7, what is the deal with the raspberry jelly filled donut man? Like what is really going on there?
I don't know.
Well, the
Like
thing
people need to know.
about
Well, according to the editorial, you read the editorial, Don said he had a nervous breakdown after issue 6. The
there's this
126
whole
issue page
underlying love
6
plot
with too much
between
work.
him and Demonitrox, the bad guy. They hook up between the panels, and they have a raspberry jelly donut filled baby, which has a massive
So
appetite, terror tantrum, and takes over the earth. And then we all spontaneously combust into cream puffs.
oh, nice. Okay, all right. That I see where you're going now. Okay,
And
all
that
right.
leads into issue 9, where we introduce
Munchalorian, right? The Jabba Fett.
where we have a crossover with Chrome Dog and Heroic Tales.
Yeah.
And
You know what's funny is I was talking with Brian Bow today, and we were talking about like crossovers, like would you have crossovers? And I said, well, let me get one out before I start talking about crossovers. But he's like, I thought out everything. I don't want to have crossover. He does a horror comic, so for him to have a superhero show up would really not really fit.
Right.
And superheroes are made for crossovers, but I don't know. There would have to be a really compelling good street, because I'm so anal retentive. I mapped out my universe. I mapped out the I don't want to say multiverse because that has a bad connotation, but there's only one. There's only one Don. There's only one patriarch. If the patriarch dies, there's none other in the entire universes. Because each universe has different laws of physics, so there can only be one to bring.
Well, see, my universe is like that, but I have multiverses, but they're all different universes. As in, a universe is a sphere of a we call it creation onto itself. It's not like different versions of Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's only one Omega mission, but there's different universes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, there's different
entities. They're not. It's not a multiverse. They're just multiple universes.
Yes, that's a good way to
put it. I've seen in comics.
Right. Like if you go to the next universe over, like
it's a different neighborhood.
The interaction between law and chaos. It's very D&D inspired. So if you go over this way, it's more magic. If you go over this way, it's more science. We are right in the middle. So there can't be another Don over here because the laws of physics are slightly different. You might not even recognize you're on the Earth because the continents.
Oh, I'd recognize me.
Yeah,
I'd recognize me. I have a particular scent.
Well,
and set of skills.
I'm glad we're talking about this because so just to answer that early question that Christopher Bouchard brought up when he mentioned he asked what did he say? He said what can you tell me about it? There's something. Oh, he says, where can I find out about Chrome Dog?
Yeah.
So one thing that I want to put out there that isn't quite clear in the comic, and it's kind of unclear on purpose, at least at this point, but it is not planet Earth. There are 2 moons on that cover for a reason.
I knew it.
Because of the trade dress, you're not going to pick up and see the 2 moons necessarily, and you're certainly not going to see it in the cloudiness of the rain on that Lepresti cover that you got, John.
Does that mean that werewolves are twice as powerful on that world?
Who knows? And there may be other supernatural things that are going on, but the thing is, it's just in the world, it's far into the future from here, but it's also in another galaxy. It was it was colonized by people that were fed up with the politics and the basically this world was getting just so bad that this one guy goes around, he rounds up a whole bunch of people, gets them to come with him. They cross that barrier, and then they bust the portal that gets them over there, and then they're just there, and they restart humanity on that world, on that planet.
So it's Planet Comicsgate is what you're saying. We just
no, it's not Planet Oh my gosh. No, it's whatever comes after Comicsgate, right? It's the next iteration. You know,
I smell something awful. Oh, geez, that's why.
Oh,
oh my God! It's the man, the myth, the legend, Marcus Killigrew.
Man,
What's up,
myth of anything.
Yeah, I've never met you.
Hey,
so hi.
How you doing?
You either. You fantastic individual.
Well, that's because I missed Justin. I missed Justin at Heroes Con somehow last year, so which is weird because I spent every minute there.
Yeah, we were only there one day. It was just like a short window that Saturday, and then we were gone.
Oh,
we were going up the East Coast.
I could have been anywhere, probably hanging out with Tucci.
Well, then you probably did see me. Were you over there talking to Andy Smith a little bit, maybe?
Oh yeah. Now I'm friends with Andy Smith.
Yeah.
Are we dropping names? Are we dropping names?
Yeah, we're dropping names.
We were all there.
No, I hang out at all the local cons here. I live here in Charlotte, so they let me in free, and then they gave me a birthday present. Went to dinner with them. So there's gonna be one of the guys that we met there. He wants to get a CG Con, not like PTP, a CG Con in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Don,
so I'll let you know. He just DM me earlier. This guy Mike. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. Okay, Nick. I forgot to turn my alerts off. So now,
turn down your mic. It's just like so loud. It's overpowering.
Okay.
Well, it's my phone. Is that better?
Okay. Yeah.
Let me get my dollar bill out.
It was unexpected. Yeah. It was like, whoa.
My PayPal is we super chat $1.
I have a shirt on. It's all right. I have pants on too. So.
Oh, shucks.
Well, good. Please
let me know because it's hard for me to tell because I'm just using my iPhone.
Yeah,
that's all right.
No,
it's just a
freaking iPhone. You're dropping names. You're dropping product names. Come on, man.
It's my work iPhone. I don't own an iPhone.
Nice.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. We won't tell your employers.
I'm like a remote worker. I do what I want usually.
Yeah, I'm near Nashville in Tennessee.
Okay.
Were you snowed in?
Oh yeah, all last week, man. It was.
Yeah, because I was waiting for something to be delivered to one of our properties in Knoxville, and it just got there today.
Yeah, it was.
Although I don't always go to Knoxville, my buddy does.
Yeah,
I fix off-campus internet for college students. That's what basically we do.
Okay. Well, cool.
So I drive and I drive and I drive and I drive and I drive, and then I fix something really quickly for 10 minutes, and then I drive. If it's really far, I stay overnight in a hotel. I was in a hotel last night.
Oh, nice.
And then I drive and I drive. Like I was in Savannah. That's roughly 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
If it's 4 hours, I stay over.
Savannah, Georgia. That's a fun town.
It's SCAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's SCAD is there. The college. The art college. That's where Rini went to college. It's SCAD.
I think John's trying to say something. You guys are co-opting.
Talking all over him. It's his show.
Don, where do you live?
Me? I live Keysville, Virginia.
Okay.
It's about 75 miles south of Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, SCAD. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow,
art of comic book
you
writing.
three live relatively close to each other. Do you guys meet up to go to conventions?
No, nobody comes to me.
I don't know how many conventions I'm actually going to be able to go to in any given year.
Oh, this
So
brought
we'll
up.
Well, Heroes Con is the convention to go to. I mean, it's all comics all the
What's
time.
the next Heroes Con?
It's a Father's Day weekend.
I'm sorry, Father's Day.
Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
June.
that's no good.
You know, mate, I don't know.
That's no good.
Because I get 10 weeks off, for work at furlough. It's construction. We
I got all my illegitimate children I have to go visit on Father's Day.
No, I'm saying like I could probably
sow those wild seeds, huh, Don?
Got to make it happen, man.
Oh,
America alone is bad. Then I got to go the whole trip to the Philippines too.
I appreciate that Marcus is having trouble putting stuff on camera because I do that all the time when I'm pointing to things.
What is this? What are we looking at?
Is that the Patriarch?
Yeah,
that's the Patriarch.
What?
Dude.
What's with the dirigibles? Are those dirigibles?
Yeah, that's a part of the story.
I put a lot of them in. I like them.
I love it.
I have the other page. I think that's secret. That's almost penciled.
Oh,
I'm gonna hire an inker. I'm sick of the page already. The way I work is by the time I'm done with it, I never want to see it again. So
I imagine that probably happens to a lot of artists. You spend so much time that you just don't want to look at it again.
My problem is I'll dig up something from the past. I want to redo it. Then nothing else.
Yeah, I have that problem.
That's the thing. You just got to say, okay, I'm done with this.
I'm done now.
I mean, you can't do the George Lucas thing. You can't go back and say, I'm gonna have Greedo shoot first. It's like no.
I can sell my property to Disney for $4 billion and say F everybody. I can definitely do that.
I only sent my script to Renzo because I thought I was gonna lose him and he was gonna move on if he waited any longer. I kept rewriting it. You know what I mean? So I was like, just go and.
Well, I heard that was the biggest problem. They say, why is your boy Zach late? He's gone off YouTube, whatever. I don't want to get into all that. But he's late. I heard that he gets the artwork back and he gets the script back and he really reworks everything. And he sits on it and and he'll change an I and a period and everything's super late, yet all he is doing is writing. And I think he's doing the lettering. And I think and everything's super late because he's just not. It's the other guys. Like if you're the artist and you're late and you're like Shane and you need surgery,
right?
There's
physical.
Stop drawing to get surgery. What a freaking!
Shane didn't need surgery. This is just a ploy to get us to buy more Inglorious.
I backed that already. Glorious Rex too. I don't know. I shattered my wrist twice. I'm lucky. I can draw.
Well, in that motivates
I guarantee you, in a few weeks, Ethan will show up wearing some kind of cast. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
No, Ethan's already complained about sciatica.
Yeah.
Oh,
poor me.
It's weird. He wears He pushes down. Ethan pushes down so hard on the table that he wears elbow pads when he draws.
Yeah.
And I started the
trend. That's really kind of amazing.
See, nobody wants to give me credit.
No. Well, the thing about late books, life gets in the way sometimes. I think we all know it. I mean, and what's a late book and what's an unreasonably late book? I think that's a better question.
I mean, I didn't have so many problems, and then I had to stop doing the coke, the hooers, and all the drinking and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, Jesus, now I got to sit down and be straight and draw my actual comic. I can't party on the side no more.
Yeah, Well,
I got to stop beating the little kids up and taking their lunch money. I mean, come on. Where's the fun in life anymore? Now I actually got to do hard work. This is bullshit.
So
just do some AI, Don.
Chrome Dog was late.
Yeah, like that horse calendar.
I full well expected Chrome Dog to be, done in the bag and ready to ship by the end of October, right? And that didn't happen. But at the same time, and I had a little bit of a part to play in that. But our artist, he happened to create a new crowdfunding platform, and that begat its own issues.
And once again, how dare he?
Projects that he had, he was responsible, right? But and so the thing is, I think important. The important part was that I did my best to try to keep people abreast of it, and I will.
Well, that's important.
And I'll give credit to one of the backers. I'm not going to call him out, but
it was me.
There's a backer.
I did it.
To those of you that might be savvy, if you go on the Chrome Dog Indiegogo campaign, he's actually someone that's pretty much said a lot of comments on there. He definitely kept me on my toes and kept me accountable. And I appreciate that because for me, I didn't want to inundate people with too many updates, but I also wanted to make sure that I always had something to tell them whenever it was time. And so, but yeah.
Yeah, Graham is about 5 months late on his book, but nobody says anything because he kept everybody noticed. Yeah. He decided that Joe Frankenstein was important, so he put it back out, and then he had a couple of surgeries, but at least we know. And so nobody talks about him being late. He's one of the on time ones. Yeah. But Andy Smith has said that he has told both, like in their back rooms, he suggested that these guys like Graham and Aaron actually their dates are tight. Like they should put the dates way out.
Yep.
I mean, and Andy put his date way out, and it took him almost exactly a year. They'll be launching the second one almost a year, and that's doing work every day. And it's not, they do want to do their best work. This is the biggest.
Exactly.
Whether whether Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby and John Romita were able to put out monthly books at a highest quality, that's not relevant, because they all wanted to do this, and some guys like Romita Senior, he really, he couldn't really do a monthly book, which is why I worked in the office so much.
Yeah.
What you're saying about you don't want to spam, I got, and thanks Marcus for putting this up. This is my Substack. You sign up for this to keep you updated, but I don't want to bother people. I feel bad. I sent out like 3 messages so far. Like,
dude, you got to take a page out of Hojo's book. You got to spam the crap out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, you really do. I mean, and it's one of those things. Like the people are signing up to want to hear from you, and it's like if they get tired of it, they'll just unsubscribe. But if they're on the hook with you, they're not gonna unsubscribe.
I've gotten so many DMs of pictures of middle fingers telling me what they really think of me in Omega Mission. Just stop talking
serious?
about it already.
You're lying. Stop lying. Ain't nobody.
One of them was Agent Zero. Fingers. One of them was Agent Zero, who said, "I'm tired of hearing about this stupid comic from you. Shut up already. All you do is want to sell your wares. What are you, a hooer? You a comic book hooer?"
Well, I think, John, you worry too much about it. You're too small to worry about spamming people. You're worried about, they're not asking you to pick sides. They're not. You just have to promote it any way you can. It's not automatic. And like when I was studying crowdfunding,
it's not just you.
Aaron Lopresti
fans out there too to carry the word for you. So I mean,
like Aaron Lopresti put out Garbage Man, and that was a crowdfund before CG, and it went nowhere. And he thought, well, I'm Aaron Lopresti. I have a name. I mean, I'm not a super duper star, but I have a name, and it went nowhere. He lost money on it, and he didn't make any money. Ray Takada was his first, and he hooked up with getting on the CG Kings and really, really learn using the pandemic to really learn how to use YouTube. And now he's doing pretty big, campaigns. But there's still not a $500,000 campaigns. I mean, that's special, right?
Is without a doubt the best CG book, and I don't think anybody's
going to. I think so.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't call it the best. I would say that Chrome Dog is the best actually, so far.
Well,
it's just beneath Omega Mission in terms of quality.
I have to disagree, though. I mean, thank you, but no, seriously, consistently, like. Aaron Lopresti, like he's definitely an instaback for me. It's like
same here.
As soon as I got the first one, it was like as soon as he brought the other one, I was like, okay, back that one. I'm on Kit Carter. Like whatever you got, just bring it. Empire Comics.
I like Kit Carter's my wheelhouse. I mean, I did when they had the art contest, I did Kit Carter, and I knew I wasn't going to win, but I just wanted to draw Kit Carter. I've already had Kit Carter like characters. I showed John my comic from the 90s. And it is basically the same thing. I have a character called Kitty Nova, for God's sake. I told Aaron I was going to sue him,
How'd that go?
That's what they want to hear.
They know you're kidding.
So you want to sue me?
My dad's a lawyer. Come on.
Do you want me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I want you to die.
That's right.
Anytime I can draw space and all sorts of stuff, this building crap drawing buildings. The inside of bedrooms got to go.
You know what's funny? I was saying, I was talking
No
to
3D assets.
talking to Renzo today at lunchtime at work, and I didn't know this, but he was a technical illustrator, and he wanted.
Oh, that makes. Oh, I wish I did that.
He said he was just so bored, and he loves comics. So now he's, we were talking, like, I was like, I'm gonna give you, as soon as issue number, like, I'm gonna start sending him the script for issue number 2 real soon. You know what I mean? So he can start visualizing, because I just want to keep going. I want to keep Renzo working, keep comics coming out. But like now, it makes so much sense the way he draws all the backgrounds and the buildings and everything.
Yeah.
It's like,
man, I wish it was more easy for me.
Yeah,
I'm here, dude.
Same
here.
Well, but here's I think the important thing that I think here in the indie space, again, this is me #just a writer who's learning how to draw right now. We've kind of lost a little bit of essence of what made comics so cool, is breaking up those jobs to the different people that could specialize in the this and the that. And so it's
that's true.
If your bailiwick, Marcus, is drawing doing figure work, and you're not so keen on the backgrounds, or let's say your bailiwick is doing the pencils and then passing it off to someone else to ink it, and someone else picks up your inks, picks up your pencils, and then they're gonna embellish it, really nice. If we could share the load a little better, but the problem is nobody trusts anybody, because there's so many
the problem is people like you using the word bailiwick.
This is how well I draw.
What the hell kind of word is that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I
think at least you're trying to draw.
I know what you. This is
what I said.
Right? You don't have that. You don't have that. That synergy you get, like in the true great Marvel and DC comics, like Claremont Byrne and Austin. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, like there was a synergy. People complained about it.
Yep.
They got mad at each other. But there's a synergy to comics that we can't get. Everybody wants to do their own comics. Exactly. And part of it is all the Kubert school, SVA, we're all trained to do every bit. Like, you don't go to do in Will Eisner's class, you pencil, you ink, you letter your comic. Yeah. And that's what I wouldn't want to letter. And I've been inked before, and I've been like, oh, my God, this is awful. It's something to get used to, but only in the mainstream that you really worry about that. This isn't the mainstream. Yeah. Butterscotch has made an appearance again.
Well, lettering is the one thing that I probably could do and be pretty good at it if I really applied myself. But that's the problem, is like all of this stuff takes so much mental. All of this stuff, this stuff takes so much mental energy, and my day job requires so much mental energy that it's like I don't have much left when I get home.
That's you gotta bottle that stuff, man.
Hey, once I can bottle it, then I'll turn around and sell it.
When I come home, I'm constructed, and it's freezing cold and it's hard work. When I come home, and then I'm doing a lot of promotion during the week, so I only write on Saturdays and Sundays. I wake up, I get my cup of coffee. My wife goes off to church for a couple hours, and that's it. That's writing Saturday, Sundays. So,
yeah.
I went on a 2-day writing streak last week while I was sitting here shivering my ass off because I was shaking so bad I couldn't draw.
Well, the moral of my story is I can't letter. I can't draw. So I have a day job. You know what I mean? So I got Bill Williams that's going to do my lettering. I got a colorist, Daniel. I can't pronounce his last name. And then I got a Renzo doing the art. So I got all professional.
That's so cool. Yeah, that you got Bill Williams.
You got all these cool names.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I have lettered comic.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
I only got one name I can put on the cover of my book, and that's mine.
Well, I'll link somebody else.
He's the editor.
Yeah.
But he DM. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with your book, man. You suck. So then
who said this?
I'm just kidding.
He never said that.
Kidding. I'm self-deprecating in case you people haven't figured it out yet.
I'm self-defecating in case you guys can't figure that out.
Yeah. No. I wish that I had more people
I even have
on the cover of my book. I really do.
I hired
Nick
that guy that could just do my computer graphics.
I got two problems. I'm a control freak, and I'm cheap.
Okay.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, I mean that's
I'm really
those are
cheap.
problems.
It's I kind of live under budgetary constraints. You know, I'm taking care of my mom. You know, stuff like that. So I don't got a whole lot of money to pay. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, I'll give you 40% of a back end deal if you do this for me today.
Well,
I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy
Well,
that's like,
right.
all right, you
know,
want to ink my stuff, fine. You get the money up front, but I'm not that guy. So that's when I first started getting into the indie scene. That was the biggest problem I had because I was always the guy that just wanted to pencil his stuff. You know, I just pencil. I had to learn how to ink everything, learn how to do the colors, learn how to do the letters, and then next thing I know how to do everything. Well, you know, more or less. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I'm pretty damn good. So now I'm doing it all. You know what I mean?
Well, don't be mistaken. It's not like I made of money either. You know, this is. I'm.
You know you are, dude.
Right
Don't
now,
I'm try it.
I'm laying out a lot of money to make this comic. You know what I mean?
And needy.
Yeah, and it surprised me to see how expensive these things can be to make. You know,
right? You know,
I mean, it's it's crazy.
I bought a
but
notebook.
You get what you pay for.
All my expenses. You see my Heroic Tales notebook. You know,
nice.
every time I lay out, I got to know. Because I want to make comics, but I don't want to go into the poorhouse.
So this story of yours, Heroic Tales, has this been gestating for a long time with you?
Yes. Glad you asked. Me and my friends, we play a role-playing game. We play a game called Villains and Vigilantes. It's a superhero role-playing game. Marcus knows it, right?
I do.
It came out in like 82, 83, and it was like $5. You get a rule book, and that's all you needed to play. So I think it didn't last too long. Whereas Dungeons and Dragons was intentionally flawed. You needed to buy more stuff.
Now there's still a cult following for it, and there's newer editions. Yeah, I actually have a PDF copy of the like.
Will you stop trying to take the stream over and let the man talk about his comic? Who are you, Shane Davis?
Talking about villains and vigilantes. Anyway, go ahead.
The man's trying to pimp his comic. I'm a writer, man.
I run a forum called Villains Vigilantes Forum. So www.villainsvigilantesforum.com. You can read all of our adventures.
Sweet.
And just like every role player, well, like, wouldn't it be great to make a comic book based on it? You know, every Dungeons and Dragons guy thinks they're gonna write Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? And then I actually started about 25 years ago writing a comic, but I didn't know what I was doing. So and then really to be honest, I never thought about it. I mean, I always thought about writing comics, but I never thought about making my own until I saw that your boy Zach was hiring guys like Butch Geis and Chuck Dixon. I'm like, this is possible. Yes. And then when I got Jawbreakers #1 in my hand, I'm like, this was just a guy just like me, just reading comic books, just dissatisfied, unhappy with the way things are going. And you got John Mayall, who was X-Men artist at the time. I
didn't do that.
Yeah,
that's the cat. The cat's just not something over.
So you don't have.
Sorry about that.
So once Jawbreakers #1 came out, I had an idea, but I'm like, what am I just going to make a comic and then like nobody's going to hear about it, So I put the idea out, and then during COVID, I started just talking on the internet. And next thing you know, I started catching on, and I'm like, you know what, maybe. It was kind of just happenstance. It was never like a grand scheme or a grand plan. It was just like, if COVID never happened, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't be making a comic. If Zach didn't make a comic, you know what I mean? It was all of these little,
Well, it's funny that you do that because Malin says you got to spend a couple of years to make the YouTube channel first. People ask Andy, and he goes, you got to build up a YouTube channel first before you do the comic, and nobody knows who you are. Yeah. Or at least be prepared to get on every show. Like Don, you're like on all the shows, and now you have to have a Twitter or X presence. I know that it seems if you use, the social media correctly, don't do anything on Reddit. You don't have to be that aggravated. People are oversensitive.
And I don't think. And then when I saw, I was always like looking at all like, how do I get an artist? How do I get an artist? And then I put out a call like maybe a year and a half ago for artists, and I don't mean to be mean, but I didn't hire any of them. Let's just leave it at that. And then when I saw Thomas Valiant, I really, really liked Renzo's art. I'm like, this guy is a perfect blend between John Byrne and George Perez. I'm like, this is the way I want to make superhero comics. Like nobody was like, I don't mean to be mean, but like a lot of the Marvel artwork, it just seems like so unskilled. And I look at Renzo's
I agree.
Building. So I asked RJ, I said, would you mind? Would you be upset if I approached Renzo? And he goes, yeah, the guy's got kids. He's got bills to pay. He wants work.
Exactly.
You know?
100%.
So I was like, okay. And, and they keep saying, Renzo, I'll keep you busy until people, I got to keep you face down on the board because otherwise people are going to realize how good you are and pay you more money than I can afford.
Aaron, he's already working with Aaron Sparrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
you better watch out. Keep giving him work.
I know.
Well, I've got a few artists kind of under my sleeve for some of the things that I've got cooking too. Not only but Dawn and I, we've got this little pet project that we haven't even really talked about, but started out as a joke with Jabba Fett. I have an idea. I do have an idea, and because I'm still chewing glass over what happened to Finn, and I want to do him right, but I also want to do it legally right. And so,
well, hey man, you were talking about that Punisher kind of guy too. I want to do that too.
Yeah. No, get in line.
No, F that. I want to be first in line.
No, I
don't got kids.
I have
but I
a
like
few
to
people
eat
in mind. I have a few people in mind. You already have a book. You got to do your book, man. Don't be like
man.
Ethan.
Come on.
Don't be like some of these other people.
I'm becoming my name's on every book.
I'm becoming the people of color artist officially. The last two stories I did were for Mythic Americas, and I posted them all up for my old writer.
Oh yeah.
And they actually paid me, but I do work for free for him. And it was all Mayans and Aztecs, and I had to, study all those people. Yeah. And now I'm drawing African Americans.
Love it.
So,
heck yeah.
Don't tell anybody my white supremacy.
You just did.
I mean, you look a little dark here on the camera, so I mean.
Yeah, I don't have good light. My name is Marcus. It's good. It's a good deal.
It's just a shade under crispy, but it's all good.
Well. I'm Someone asked me if I could draw horses once, and I said, "Of course I can." I don't know. I'll draw anything. These people say, "Oh, I don't like to draw horses." I'll draw anything. I'll try.
Well,
can we talk about the horse thing that Matt Barr's drawn? Because that is friggin' phenomenal. Have you guys seen that?
Matt Barr's really good. He's nuts.
Oh my god! How can you like somebody and hate them at the same time? He's too talented.
He went to SVA almost exactly 10 years after I did. But
he's over here drawing.
I got to stop this now because I have another stream in a half hour and I want to go eat dinner in between.
Oh, it's all good, man. We understand. Mac and cheese takes priority over us. It's all good.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
thanks.
I still love you. Breakfast for dinner.
Maybe I can fire up a stream on my side and just invite you guys over there. How does everybody feel about
go
that?
Over to Justin. Everybody go over to Justin
for a little bit. I ain't doing nothing right
8:30.
What about you?
In a half hour, I'm doing comic book team up with Peter Samedi and RJ of the Fourth Age.
Oh, tell Pete I said, hey, man, he's good people.
Yeah,
but I got to go.
Yeah, all right. Well,
okay.
Bye, everybody.
What are you going to say, just again? Say what you're going to say.
Well, no, I was going to say,
Back on Mega Mission and Chrome Dog.
Mark your calendars for Friday because I'll be on with Pete for Comic Book Radio.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm looking forward to that Friday evening. So
bye, everybody.
I'll try to be in the chat. Bye, boy.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Back on Mega Mission.